Good morning, children. This is the biology class for you. The topic is habitat of the living. Habitat of the living. We studied this lesson. Previous class itself, we studied about this lesson. In the previous classes, what we studied? We studied the habitats. What is habitat? Habitat is the place where the plants and animals live. வாழும் இடம். Okay. How many types of habitats we studied? We studied about habitats. The types of the habitats are, first one is forest, then grasslands, then mountain and polar region, then aquatic habitat, then desert. That habitats, after studying habitats, we studied about the adaptations. We studied about the adaptations. The adaptations are what? Habitats, adaptation, that and all we studied. In the adaptation itself, we studied the forest adaptation, aquatic adaptation, then grassland adaptation. Then now we are going to see about the desert adaptation. Desert adaptation means the desert living animals, how do they adapt themselves with the surrounding? How do they adapt themselves with the surrounding? That is the desert adaptation. Okay, children, the desert adaptation, you see, the desert living animals, how do the desert living animals live? The desert living animals live in the sand surrounding area, because desert is full of sand, and how the climate will be. The climate is hot and dry climate. Hot and dry climate, isn't it? And this hot and dry climate, they want to withstand with the hot dry climate. How the climatic adaptation takes place there, that plants and all having long roots in search of water. Why do you have the long roots? Because they are living in the desert region. So they have to go deeper in the soil and find out the water. So first adaptation of plants is having long roots in search of water. Okay, children. Next we will go to the animals. Before go to the animals, particularly one plant we take and see about its adaptation. First of all, adaptation you know very well, isn't it? What is adaptation? Changes in the behavior and changes in the body parts, changes in the body structure to adapt themselves in the particular climate or the particular habitat. Okay. ஒரு வாழும் இடத்திற்கு தகுந்த மாதிரி அது தன்னுடைய உடலிலோ அல்லது பழக்க வழக்கங்களோ மாற்றிக்கொள்வதென்றால் that is called adaptation, isn't it? So you know what is the desert living plant, familiar plant, that is the cactus. Cactus means கள்ளிச்செடி. Okay, this cactus is having some of the adaptations to live in the desert climate. The cactus leaves are modified into spines. Modified means changed into spines. Spines means what? Mull. Spines means mull. Spines, thorns, thorns, needles. Spines, thorns, 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 needles, all are denoting one thing, that is mull. Okay, mull. குத்துற முள் இருக்குல்ல, that is called spines. Okay, so the cactus is modified its leaves into spines. Why do they modify the leaves into spine? Because if leaves are there, they have to do the transpiration. Okay, what is transpiration? The leaving out of water from the plant in the form of water vapor by the transpiration process, isn't it? The plants lose the water. You see here, what is the definition given? plants lose water by transpiration, the water evaporates mainly through the stomata in the leaves. Mainly through the stomata in the leaves. That is called as transpiration. If leaves are there, stomata will be there. Stomata is there means transpiration also will be there. So that the cactus is reducing its leaf into thorns. Okay, thorns. Thorns are needles or the spines. Okay, children, this is the first modification. Okay, first modification. Second modification is the stem is green. The stem is green and fleshy to store the water. Stem is fleshy and store the water. And cactus has a thick waxy coating on the stem to help it to which helps it to not to escape the water. Okay, so water won't be escaped from the outer surface of the stem because of the waxy coating. Okay, so these four adaptations are important for the cactus to live in the desert. First one is leaves are modified into spines. The stem has thick waxy coating and the stem is swollen and store the water. Swollen and having the somewhat waxy material in that so that they can store the water. Okay, and also stem is green in color. Why is stem green in color? Because there is no leaves. Leaves are reduced into spines. Then how do they make their food? By photosynthesis. For that purpose, they do the photosynthesis. So stem is green and doing the photosynthesis. Okay, children. So what are the four adaptations of cactus? Leaves are modified into spines. Stem is green to make food. Stem is swollen and fleshy to store water. Cactus has a thick waxy coating to retain the water. Okay, these are all the four adaptations. Next we will see the desert animals adaptation. Desert animal we know very nice animal which we know very familiar. What is it? This is what you see. This is what? This is the camel. This is the camel. What is the special name given for the camel? Camel is called as the ship of the desert. Ship of the desert. Do you know, children, that is called as ship of the desert? Why do they so called a ship of the desert? Because they move very smoothly like a ship moves on the surface of the water. It has what are the adaptations it has for living in the desert condition? It has long legs. You see, it has long legs. Two fore limbs, two hind limbs. Okay, long legs, which help it to walk nicely on the soil. And it has the hooves. It has hooves in the legs. So which is helping it to walk on the soil. I mean sand without sinking. நல்ல உள்ள போயிடாம நல்ல ஒரு பியான்சி கொடுக்கும். So hooves are there. And then you see the long neck. You see long neck. Okay, this is third adaptation. Fourth adaptation is like the hump. This is called hump. The hump is helping it to store the food in the form of fat. So it is helping us a food reserve. Fat is the food reserve which is helping it to have the energy when it is not getting the food. Okay, so when it is not getting the food, it uses its hump fat itself. Inside the hump, the tissues are storing the fat. Okay, it provides the energy. Next, the skin of the camel is the osmotic skin. It can store the water in the skin itself. Okay, and another one quality is there, that is the adaptation. That is it can drink one time itself water and stay for many more days. One time it drink means many liters of water it can take inside a huge quantity. A huge quantity of water it can take, and many days it can live without the water. And also it forms the less urine only. It forms the less urine. Only little amount of urine only it can form, so that the loss of water will be minimized. Okay, and the nostrils, that is the nose. The nose is flexible, which it can close itself. இப்போ நம்ம வந்து we want to close the nose means how we will close. We will close with the hand only, but the camel and all close the nose with itself. That is flexible nose is there. You see in this picture, I show you the picture. You see the camel closes its nose with the flexible tissues. So you see the nose of the camel, many times it will be closed condition only, because to avoid the sand, to prevent the sand from falling on the nose. And also it has eyelashes and long hair eyelashes under the ears. You see, the long hairs are there in the eyelashes and in the ears. Okay, so it is avoiding the sand to fall on the ears and nose, ears and eyes during the sandstorm. During the sandstorm or windstorm is a sandstorm or a desert storm. Okay, and these are the adaptations of camel. Again, we will list out the adaptations of camel. In the book it is there. We will list down the adaptations of camel. Okay, children. First, long eyelids. First, long eyelashes and ears are having hairs to protect the eyes and ears. And the camel has the hump which is storing the food as in the form of fat. Okay, and it has long legs to keep the body to walk on the sand without sinking in it. And also it has long legs and also hooves and a huge quantity of water. It can drink one time itself and stay for long time without drinking water. And it can produce less amount of urine only. And nostrils can be closed while the sandstorm is there. And also it even most of the time it close the nose and keep it safe. Okay, these are all the adaptations of camel. Okay, so these are the adaptations of plants and animal in the desert region. The plant, you see, cactus, it is having many spines. You see, can you see the spines here and all? Okay, now we can go to the next one, mountain and polar region adaptation. Even before that, we want to see one important animal. That is what you know. This is the kangaroo rat. It moves like a kangaroo by lifting its forelimb and jump and go. Just hop, no? That is jumping and go. It just raise its front leg, and with the hind limbs it will jump and go. So like a kangaroo. This is having a peculiar quality, you know. This won't drink the water after the birth itself. Immediately from birth, it won't drink any amount of water. It can make it water what it needs for the body. It can make it water in its body itself from the food it eats. What is its food? Its food is only the seeds. Mostly the seeds it will take. And the body combines the oxygen with the food material inside the digestive system itself and form the required amount of water in the body itself. Okay, children, do you understand? So, and also urine also, very less urine only it will go. Even it won't drink throughout its lifetime. Okay, children, next we will go to the next habitat, that is the mountain and polar region. You see, The plants, mountain plants grow very near to the soil, and they can produce small size of leaves, and some plants are able to grow under the snow layers itself, under the layer of the snow itself. You see, they can adapt themselves by growing under the layer of the snow, and they produce smaller leaves to prevent the water loss, and to and having the and having and growing close to the soil to avoid uprooted by the grazing animals. Okay, and animals also now we see now animals, polar region, which is the peculiar, which is the very familiar animal. This is the bear, polar bear. Can you see the polar bear clearly in this? No, you cannot see, because it merged with the surrounding. It is merged with the surrounding like a camouflage. The camouflage means merging with the surrounding. The animal's color is merging with the surrounding. So it is preventing the predators to detect the animal. Okay, so it is escaping from the predator. And it also, the animals also hibernate or migrate. Polar region animals and all hibernate or migrate. And also they are adapting with thick fur, which can retain its heat to which can retain its heat inside the body itself, not allowing the heat to come outside, because it is living in the cold region. Okay, if it loses the body heat, then what will happen? The bear will die. And also the thick fur gives a protection for it. And polar bear having the padded feet, which can walk on the snow very smoothly. And also it has the layer of the fat under the skin to protect itself from the biting cold. Okay, so 5 points we studied. Okay, the polar region animals hibernate or migrate, and polar bear is having survive with its color matching with the surrounding, that is the camouflage like adaptation. Then small ears and minimized tail. The tail is also minimized, ears also very small, to minimize the heat loss from the body. And also thick fur give the protection and for retaining the heat of the body, and also having the fat under the skin. The fat is stored under the skin to retain the heat and to provide food for them. Okay, children, these are the qualities of the adaptations of polar bear. Can you follow, children? Next we will go to the yak. Yak also living in the polar region. You see, yak is very nice. You see, it is having long hairs in the body. Isn't it? This is called fur. It is also giving heat for the body and give protection. And has the two horns. It has the two horns to dig the soil and find out the vegetation. And also it is having the mouth which is adapted to break the snow layer and find out the vegetation under the snow layer. And also it is living in the topmost portion of the mountain. How the oxygen will be? In the top altitude, malai uyarathila, oxygen will be very less, children. So it is having strong chest muscles. It is having the strong chest muscles. Okay, and strong heart muscles also. So it can live in the it can live in the top layer of the mountain where the oxygen is very less. So that it can live by breathing very strongly in the top layer of the mountain. For that, what it is having? Strong chest muscles and strong heart muscles. Okay, and also it is having some more adaptation. What are some more adaptations? You see, they are having the the hooves. The hooves, that is all type of animals are having hooves. For this yak, the hooves are very strong. You see the leg, this is the hooves. HOOF, hooves singular, HOOVES, hooves plural. So this is the hooves are helping the yak to walk nicely on the snow. Okay, so these are the adaptations of desert region animals and the polar region, mountain and polar region animals. In desert region animals and desert region plants, we studied desert region plants, cactus, we studied, and the desert living animal, camel, we studied, and the kangaroo rat also desert living animal we studied, and polar region mountain and polar region animals, polar bear and yak we studied, and plants adaptation we studied. Plants are very plants are growing very near to the surface layer soil itself, isn't it? And the small leaves are very thin, small leaves are they are growing, and also they grow under the layer of the snow. They grow under the layer of the snow. Smaller leaves grow under the layer of the snow. Okay, and they grow close near to the ground. These are all the adaptations of mountain and polar region plants. Okay, now you see, in all the habitat, all the adaptation, animals will have same adaptation. One quality is same. Migration and hibernation. Migration and hibernation. You can write the hibernation and migration for all the habitat adaptation points. Okay. And then camouflage also, second part. All you can write. Other than that, any other 2 points you can study, children. So with this class, we will close this class. You go through the things and you get the nice knowledge. And what is the homework I want to give now? That reading homework. Any one page you take and read nicely, and audio you send through the WhatsApp. And also, I want you to write 20 words which you find it difficult words and find the meaning. You must write 20 words from this lesson, any page up to what I completed. So, from that 20 words you select, and meaning also in English itself meaning. You have to write one time and send to me. So, 2 homework I have given. One is reading, another one 20 hard words. Okay, children? Nicely you study, children. Don't waste the holidays. Prepare yourself nicely. This is very much useful for our future, children. Okay, children? Okay, thank you. Nicely you study. Okay, children? Thank you.